Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome. I know it's late, but I considered doing a pre recorded video, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about this. Y'all let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me because I had to switch everything over. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me. And as soon as you guys give me that thumbs up, we'll go ahead and get started because y'all, Ryan Edwards has, oh my goodness, has he not had like a rough time lately? He has had a lot going on in his poor little life. And okay, y'all can see me and y'all can hear me. Great, great. Ryan Edwards has had a lot going on in his life lately, and I want to say this. Yes, he was arrested, but we are all innocent until proven guilty. We're gonna go over everything, and also want to be put this out there. He is still a public figure. He was on Team Mom. From my understanding, he's going back on Team Mom Family Reunion in the next few weeks. Or he did. He worked with Macy and Coach B. I caught it the other day, but I actually think I missed this last week's. So he is a public figure. Unfortunately, when things like this happen, he will be discussed. But I do want to say that I am not judging this man. There's been a lot going on in his life, though. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into it. And can you guys see me? Oh, y'all can see me, but y'all see Ryan Edwards too, huh? All right, let me fix that. First off, let's do that. I wasn't looking at the screen clearly, so I couldn't see what y'all could see for a minute. All right. All right. So obviously Ryan Edwards has been arrested. I'm gonna read this to you guys, and it's off the Ashley, and then we're just gonna dive in and we're gonna have a chit chat. Okay. So breaking news: Teen Mom, and this was 4 hours ago. Teen Mom dad Ryan Edwards has been arrested for violating a protective order that was filed by his wife Mackenzie. Not shocked there. I'm actually not shocked. I just uploaded a video a few hours ago that I filmed last night. I filmed it last night, but by the time editing and everything, I was not able to get it up until just now. So we'll go over that. Okay. He called her out for cheating again, and he posted a photo of her that was a little bit of a scandalous photo. And I don't know if he found this photo in her phone. I'll link the video that I just recorded in the description box below that gives all the details of that if you guys haven't seen it. But essentially, this is the second time in like a week and a half that he's called her out for cheating. The first time he posted a meme that said something about, what did the meme say? I thought I could trust you, but your actions proved more than your words, or something. I don't know. Either way, he caught her for cheating. He with that meme, and then he went over to a photo of them in happier times and said, "Take the word wife out of your bio. Your bio. You're not like, I'm ashamed of you." He said that there was going to be regret coming. She would be regretful for what she did, and that she wanted to blame his addiction for their problems. And he was for sure getting a divorce. And he said, "You want to go out, get drunk with your friends, and then go home with men? I'm done with you." Literally the very next day, he would talk to the son and tell the son, "I shouldn't have did that. We're working on our problems. Mackenzie's not that type of girl. We're working on it." That's like last week. Yesterday, he posted a photo of her where it looks like she's naked outside of wearing a leather jacket. You could kind of see her chest. You could kind of see her legs. Very dark photo, but you could not see her whole face. It was just like from here down, wearing Mackenzie's wedding ring. So we know this is Mackenzie. You can tell that it's Mackenzie. It looks like her from nose down, and it's her ring. Anyways, he basically says that he's like, "Does anybody want to know what a SLUT looks like? Well, this is it. She, takes your money, sleeps with different men." And then he says that the men that she sleeps with, this is my takeaway from it, that they have to be married. I don't know. It was really weird the way that he labeled it. Like, she sleeps with men, but they're married too. Um, a lot of people were calling him out, saying like, "Wow, you shouldn't have done this. Your kids are going to see this one day." Bentley can see it now. I'm sure Bentley has social media. You know what I'm saying? Um, Also, people were saying that it looked like pictures, like boudoir pictures that she had taken possibly for him. And how did he know that they were not photos that she had taken for him? And then people were saying, you could get arrested for this. This is revenge porn. I did look up the laws, Tennessee laws for revenge porn, and I don't think it technically qualifies for revenge porn because nothing was showing like for revenge porn, it has to show like below the nip, or like the nipple or below your V, your butt. So I really don't think it classifies. But either way, what she was able to get him on was harassment with that photo. Okay, now he was arrested following this protective order, and then apparently when he was arrested, he had paraphernalia and some type of drugs on him. So let me read all of this. Teen Mom star, Teen Mom OG dad Ryan Edwards is back behind bars. He was arrested in Chattanooga, Tennessee on Friday, and he remains behind bars as of the time of this article 4 hours ago. He was charged with violating a protective order that was filed by his wife Mackenzie on Wednesday. Hold up. Oh, no wonder. She filed the protective order, and then after she filed the protective order, he made that post, which is a violation of the protective order. Hello, you know what I'm saying? If someone files a protective order on you, you cannot talk about them on social media either. So yeah, he screwed us up on that one. It says at the time of the arrest, Ryan, who has struggled with drug addiction for years, was found to be in possession of drug paraphernalia and 2 bags of suspected narcotics. He received additional charges on that drug paraphernalia, because I want to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was once arrested for drugs, and it wasn't really drugs. It was a bag of chalk. So I want to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of the kids left 2 bags of empty chalk. I'm just going to give the guy a benefit of the doubt. And, we'll touch more on this if it was in fact drugs, which more than likely it probably was, considering his past. But not everything is all that it looks to be. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because people did that for me and I appreciated that. Not everybody did, but anyways. So, Ryan made a series of Instagram posts this week about Mackenzie, whom he has accused of cheating on him. The post includes one which Ryan posted a revealing photo of Mackenzie, along with a caption calling her a spineless SLUT, among other things. On Wednesday, the day that Ryan posted the photo showing Mackenzie wearing the leather jacket, where she appeared to be naked underneath, the Chattanooga Police Department took out an active warrant on Ryan for harassment of Mackenzie. So there was actually a post on the Facebook page for the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. They do that here where I live too. And it stated that there was a warrant against Ryan for harassment, and it listed Mackenzie as the victim in the incident. So on Thursday, after this protective order, after a warrant has been taken out on him, he continues to post things about Mackenzie. He posts, like I said, it's a picture of a Bible that I think she had gotten him, and she wrote underneath it saying, in the front of the Bible, saying, Ryan, search, let me get a little closer. Ryan, search for and find your truth here, and you'll always find the right path. I love you very much. Thank you for leading our family down the right path. Love you always, Mackenzie Edwards. And you guys, this is a Bible. He crosses out like Edwards and writes "see dumpster" for well, I'm not gonna say the word, but come with me, dumpster. The first, anyways. And then underneath it in pencil, he wrote, "No, thank you. No, thank you for. Oh, no, thank you for walking out on what is now my family." That's what he said. Like she's going to read it. It's his Bible still at his house where she's not. But anyways. Now, Mackenzie has removed almost all of the photos from her Instagram account that feature Ryan. She removed the word wife out of her Instagram bio as well. Ryan also changed his Instagram bio to something that looks like an attempt at insulting Mackenzie. It says, Ryan Edwards, you ever had your trash? Can you just smell so bad? It just makes you sick. Yeah, that was my life for the last 7 years. I will anything or nothing is better than you. Proofread, darling, proofread. I mean, I can understand you know, messing up here or there, but that whole thing was, you ever had your trash can just smell so bad it makes you sick. Yeah, that was my life for the last 7 years. I will anything or nothing is better than you. The same day, Ryan was served with an order of protection that ordered him to immediately vacate the residence where he and Mackenzie lived. So he was kicked out of the house. On Friday, Mackenzie went to the Hamilton County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department. It was revealed that Ryan had broken the protective order when he contacted Mackenzie's dad the day before. It was discovered that Ryan had violated the protective order by contacting her father on February 9th, 2023, advising him to let Mackenzie know that he would be at the residence that same day to gather his belongings. So when you have a protective order, a lot of times it says you can't contact anybody to send word to them either. So by making any post publicly about Mackenzie or texting her dad, he's violated the protective order. Hamilton County Sheriff's Office stated that deputies went to Mackenzie and Ryan's home to arrest Ryan, but he was not there. Although they did not find Ryan, they did find that the house had sustained considerable damage. And they believe that the damage was done by Ryan. The cops then went to Ryan's work and arrested him for the harassment warrant and for violating the order of protection. Ryan is currently facing 3 charges: possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance, and harassment. The Hamilton County Magistrate Office will next set Ryan's bond for violating the protective order, but that'll probably be Monday or so. So, as we all know, Ryan has 2 kids with Mackenzie. He has a son with Macy Bentley. He's had a long history of drug addiction and legal issues. However, in recent months, Ryan has been praised for working to reestablish a relationship with Bentley. Okay, now here's the updates that came in later. Ryan's court date has been set for March 30th to deal with the drug and harassment charges. It is unknown if he will be behind bars until that day or if he will be able to be bonded out. Before Ryan was arrested Friday, he spoke to the son, claiming that Mackenzie was cheating on him and stating that he was ready to divorce her. He told the son, "She left our kids with me. I definitely feel sorry for our kids. I thought that they needed to see us together and work it out. She got caught cheating on me. I tried to make her better, but you can't make someone something that they're not. She is a coward. She got mad because her image will not be the same. That's all she is about, is how she looks." Ryan seemed to indicate that he felt Mackenzie was too needy. He said, "When I wasn't there every second of her life, she felt like I didn't love her enough or whatever. I don't know. I loved the person I thought she was. But when I found out who she really was, you just can't love that or her." He also told the site that he was ready to get a divorce and wanted to find him a good woman. Neither Mackenzie or Ryan has filed for a divorce as of right now, but Ryan can't. He's in jail. So that's the update so far. And if he's denied bond, he will have to stay in jail until March 30th. But I don't look for that to happen. I really feel like the judge will absolutely give him a bond. It may be, I don't know, maybe like a $20,000 bond. I don't know. He's got 3 charges. My bond, I've never been in any type of trouble at all. I've not seen Macy's story. Let me go see. I've never been in any type of trouble at all. And I had the drug charge where it was literally an empty sandwich bag. And I got a $5,000 bond. So let's see, Macy. Okay. Trauma that narcissists abuse cause. Hold on, let's look at it together. We're going to look at her thing together. I moved my camera, but honestly, it kind of screws me to have it over here. Oh God, I don't know. You know what? Let's just do this. All right, let me share screen with you guys. Done. All right, let me see. Let me make me a little bit smaller right here. Crap. I don't know how Not from this one. All right, hold on. I'll read it. It says trauma that narcissistic abuse cause that when you chronically hold on. I'm gonna have to screenshot it and email it to myself because it goes too fast. Sorry guys. I didn't know that she had made a post. This was 22 hours ago. All right, I'll email those to myself and we'll look at those. But y'all, this is the way that I feel about it. Like, as much as you're mad, calling someone out publicly like that, it's not a good idea if it's your family. It's never a good idea. Right now, let me get in the chat so I can read some of y'all's comments. Are y'all shocked by this? All right. He really was handsome. Yeah, he was handsome. It's sad to see what has happened to him. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he was doing better. Like I had heard that he was doing better. And then even Coach B praised him for like working really hard on himself to try to do better and work with Macy to co-parent Bentley when obviously he wasn't really doing that good of a job. He wasn't even in Bentley's life. So that's his mugshot right there. Does he look high? I don't know. All right, so here is Ryan Edwards booked into the Silverdale Detention Center on the following existing and new charges: harassment via the warrant, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance. A petition to violate was filed with the Hamilton County Magistrate Office, who will set a bond for the order of protection violation. Any questions pertaining to Edwards' existing warrant for harassment should be directed to the Chattanooga Police Department. Once available, a redacted copy of the report regarding this incident can be requested. So that's what I guess Team Mom Chatter posted. This gives the whole rundown, which we've already went over all of that. And this is the Bible. And I'm not going to read that, but it says being a dumpster isn't in here. That's the Bible. Okay, that's a picture of their Bible. Being a blank dumpster isn't in here. So sorry, have you read this? It's called a Bible. A lot of marriage stuff. Maybe you missed that part. Twice now. So I guess he's accusing her of cheating twice now. Oh my gosh, Tiff. Tiff says, I'm more shocked to find out that he has a job. Yeah. He was never made to be responsible or take accountability. She probably cheated on him because he wasn't there emotionally. I will say, and I get it, like, okay, former Teen Mom star has been arrested. Mackenzie came to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office annex to report that her husband had posted revealing photos of her to his Instagram account, and that according to her, they had since made it to national news outlets. Yes, they have. I'm going to say this. If she cheated, I'm the type of person that there's never an excuse to cheat. Because I'm like, if you're that far gone that you're going to cheat, just leave your husband, leave your wife, whatever. I've made mistakes in my marriage, and I would not want my husband to cheat on me and say, well, it's because, back 2-3 years ago when you were dealing with your mental health issues, you were a butthole to me. Or, I just think there's never a reason to cheat, because if you feel like you should be able to cheat, the marriage is gone. He's did something so bad that you don't need to be with him, so leave his play. I know that Mackenzie dealt with a lot. He cheated on her when she was pregnant. It was public humiliation. He has publicly humiliated her like time and time again. So I do get that. But if she ever got to the point where she's like, I'm going to cheat, she should have said, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to leave. I'm going to file for a divorce, and then I'll get me someone that makes me happy. But Ryan is also implying that she's sleeping with married men. Some of y'all gonna be mad at me if it's true that Mac cheated. I can't really blame her on that front. I'm not mad. Yeah, he was an addict before he even got married. That's something else that a lot of people's like, well, she dealt with your addiction. Well, she knew I mean, she had to have known he was an addict. He was high out of his mind when he was driving him to the wedding. I mean, she knew Ryan before she married him. It's not like, it was a blind date and at the first date they got married. She knew all about him. She knew what type of dad he was because she seen it. I mean, he was high as a kite driving to the wedding. How could you not know? And she knew. She might want to sit there and say, I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know. But and I don't want to be defending Ryan because I'm not there either. Um, this marriage was just a disaster, anyways. So many mistakes on his end. People tried to warn her. Literally, the whole world tried to warn her. Don't do it. And she did it anyways. Whatever the reason was, she did it. I don't know. I only blame her for what she did to Macy and Bentley years ago. She knew what she was getting into. You can't use that as a scapegoat every time you don't get your way, in my opinion. Um, That's true, Alexandria. A lot of women think they can fix broken men. I've seen a lot of women think that they can, but it usually doesn't happen because men and women have to want to do better for themselves. So yeah, he was wilding out. I ain't even gonna lie. I am curious to find out what they found on him because if you guys remember one of the last reunions that he was on, he said that he was on a maintenance medication to keep him off drugs like methadone or what did he say that he was on? Like methadone or Subutex or something like that. And it was to keep him off drugs. And Dr. Drew asked Mackenzie if they were going to Al Anon. Al Anon? I think that's what it's called. And she said that they were, going to counseling and everything, trying to maintain his sobriety. So I'm wondering because some of those maintenance like maintenance medications or whatever, if you are on those, taking any other type of drugs doesn't work. Um, like I've always heard with methadone and Suboxone, there's something in those medications that keep you from being able to feel the effects of certain drugs. So if he is still on that, I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious to kind of find out what was found on him because I will have to say, if he was back on drugs and she has some suspicion that he was back on drugs, I can't imagine that she was too happy. You know what I'm saying? To know, like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Exactly. When she stabbed Macy in the back, that's when I was like, ugh. Because her and Macy, everything was going good. Like, they were going good. Everybody was getting along. Her and Macy go eat lunch. Macy, they talk good. And then she goes back to Jen and Larry's in front of Ryan and says, Macy said XYZ. And she completely twisted what Macy said, completely twisted it. And then it ticked the whole Edwards crew off at Macy. And then things went downhill. Elle, you need a bash that sign now, too. I keep thinking you're on the LB chat. Oh, I know. I know. All that stuff doesn't work, in my opinion. It's just something. I don't know, man. I have seen people. I have a really close friend of mine she was stealing from people. She could not keep a job. She was just so worried about getting her next fix. But once she got on, I think it was Suboxone, she got on Suboxone and she went to the doctor and they made sure that she took the right amount and it just made her normal again. She was the friend that I knew before drugs. She was on that medication for a couple of years and then she slowly got off. And she is great now. She works at a facility that helps addicts. She has her own job. She has her own vehicle. She has her own place, and she accredits that to saving her life. So I just don't know if it's. I've heard a lot of people say like it's trading one drug for another, but I really don't feel like that because I feel like if you're on something like heroin, I mean that is chasing the high. You're constantly chasing. It's illegal first off, but if you're on something like a maintenance medication, it's legal. You can go to the doctor. They help you. They monitor. When she was on it, she would have to go and like show her medicine bottle every month when she went, like to make sure that she was taking it. They drug tested her to make sure that that medication was in her system, but that nothing else was. So, I mean, it really, she literally accredits this to her to saving her life. And from my experience, witnessing this with her, witnessing this with her, I, I got my friend back. And my friend has never been able to pay her own bills, have her own home, pay her own car note, and all of that. And she does that now. And I don't know. So, all apologies. I think, and here's the thing, I can see why people would say that. I understand that. Had I not seen that for myself with my friend, I probably would have thought the same thing. Well, why take that for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're taking something else, rather than XYZ. So I can get it. If I wouldn't have seen this and had this experience witnessing someone who I've known all my life and who she was before, yeah, I mean, she was bad. It was bad. And someone asked me, was it, my friend that I had on here? I'm not going to say exactly who it was because I don't want to like out, my friend, her name or whatever. But, and my friend that I did have on here, she'll talk all about her addiction, but I don't want to say anything that, about anyone and name them just in case. But I've seen this medication work and I've seen this person go from stealing, chasing drugs, I mean, stealing anything and everything and stealing from everyone, even those that she loved, to going to get help and getting put on this medication and then making her normal again. So, I don't know. And that's what they said that he was on a maintenance medication like that. Chris Tina says, it gave me a productive life. I'm still an addict, but recovering addict. I live every day knowing how I am without taking the subs. I wouldn't be alive if I hadn't made that choice. I'm so glad to hear that. And I just want you guys, I don't want anybody to ever feel shame for having to take a maintenance medication. You know, just a lot of people that don't know and never had experience like that, they really don't know. Because I probably would have thought that as well. And I know when my friend went to get put on this medicine, her parents did not want to pay for it at all. They wanted nothing to do with it. And they said the same thing. You're trading one addiction for another addiction. And she had to figure it out on her own for several months until her parents started seeing the difference and then they started paying for the medication. She was on it for a few years. Her doctor weaned her off and now she's just back, and so I've seen it work wonders. Oh, my friend that I had on, you guys, she's hilarious. I love her. Yeah, programs work if you let them and want it. Sadly, it never did for my family. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I've seen that as well. I've seen, family members pay for other family members to go to rehab and kind of force them into rehab, and they get out and they just right back to their shenanigans. I'm so sorry. Um, the program works for many who want it to work. Yeah. Watch Dope Sick. App says, I needed an excuse for a break. Thank you. Suboxone keeps people from detoxing, and people can take it legally to taper off meds. It saved my niece's life. She has cleaned off everything, including subs, 3 years. That's great. That is great. Um, but I do remember. Do you guys remember that when Ryan was on? He was on one of the reunions, and he said that he was taking a maintenance medication. I think he said it was like Subutex or Suboxone or something like that. Hillbilly Vagabond says, I use medical marijuana to get off pain meds after 3 years. Yeah, I mean, my ex was in rehabs, some of the best. It never worked for him. I'm so sorry, Linda. My friend is a hoot. I need to get her back on here. I just love her to death. I miss her too. I used to see my friend when growing up. I seen her every day, and up until a few years ago, I seen her every day. So I miss my friend, but we're going to be keeping up with this story, you guys. We're going to be keeping up with it. Ryan, I feel like obviously Jen and Larry will probably get him out of jail as soon as there's a bond set. I will be keeping my eye on it to see what his bond is going to be. If he doesn't get a bond, he's going to be in jail until March 30th. That might be the longest he's ever had to stay in jail. And he may also get charged with destruction of private property or, whatever the case may be with the home if he did, in fact, destroy the home. And he's talking about the family and the kids, but if you destroy their home or tore up their home, like, how is that going to affect them to see? First off, how is it going to affect them to see pictures that their dad posted of their mom, pictures that was never meant to see the light of day, outside of whoever it was sent to, and then you publicly shaming her, calling her a. If I ever heard my dad use that word, blank dumpster, I'd be mortified. And he has a little girl. Like, doesn't he have a little girl? Don't he have a little girl? So can you imagine being a little girl and growing up and see that your dad called your mom a sea dumpster into the whole world? So he's like, she wasn't thinking about her family. This is my family now, but you're not thinking about your family either. So get it together. His parents are unfortunately such bad enablers, especially his mother. And yeah, and I just don't think they even understand it, how bad they are. Let me get Macy's comments really quickly. What Macy posted on her Instagram. And oh, I didn't send them to myself. I just sent myself a blank email. So funny. Y'all hear it raining here? I wonder if he still has his job, considering he was arrested at his job. I wonder if Mackenzie really did cheat or if it was maybe I don't know because I do know some drugs make people paranoid. So, and a lot of people took that picture that he posted, and they said it looks like a boudoir picture or like a picture that was in a photo album. So how do we know? Is this photo mean that it's a photo that she sent to some guy? Like, what does the photo mean? What was the principle of posting the photo? Let me read that comment. Jail is not helpful to addicts, in my opinion. I think you're right. Yeah, wrote it in the Bible on top of that. Wrote sea dumpster on a Bible. Like, what? He may get away with destruction because it's his property as well. That's true. Did you see the message? Did you see about Dee, the roommate of that 04 that were killed? Apparently, it's a different story on what she actually did and said. I did not see that. I need to look into that. If he was caught with substance after trashing the home, that would likely mean he also brings narcotics into the house with the risk of kids getting into it. Oh, I think most addicts that I know bring drugs into their home with their kids, despite the fact that they have kids. Most addicts, I feel like, think, "Oh, I'll put it up. The kids won't get it." Oh, yay! I'm so glad. If you guys are not subscribed to Appalachian Crochet Designs, go subscribe to her. She's so talented. She made my all of my little, see my elephant. No, they're not elephants. Um, but I keep calling them elephants. My little Snoopy dog. She made those. She has a YouTube channel where she makes these. Go follow her if you guys love those. Um, yeah, you guys go hit that like button really quickly. All right, let's see. Let's go over what Macy wrote or what Macy said, and we're gonna call it a night because it's kind of late here. I got some more work to do, and then we have a ball game in the morning. All right. So she posted this to her Instagram story. It says trauma that narcissistic abuse causes that not a lot of people talk about. Okay, what is it, girl? When you're chronically exposed to narcissistic abuse, your nervous system has learned to stay in fight or flight mode or survival mode, meaning you're highly anxious all the time. Hmm. I bet when it comes to Ryan Edwards, she is anxious all the time, probably. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to deal with somebody like Ryan Edwards, and I do, I would be, and I am. Each time I get a message or my phone rings and it's that other person, I'm like, so She makes crochet animals. They are so freaking cute. She can make you a doll for your babies, grandbabies, and the detail on these are freaking amazing. So amazing. Look at the booty on that one. Twerk girl, twerk girl. Oh, I'm just kidding. Um, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. But and she made my daughter a doll. The detail is amazing. It has eyelashes. It's so amazing. 450,000 plus children a year are never seen again. Let's do this from its roots. Try to cure an addict. It's not the root of the problem. Trying to cure an addict is not the root of the problem. Um, I need to watch the new. I know I need to watch that as well. It's getting good reviews. They've already got renewed for a second season, which usually doesn't happen. They usually wait till the whole season airs to really kind of get a feel for how well the show is done before they decide to renew. But they've already decided to renew for a second season. The show's doing really good. I mean, it's got a lot of negative comments, but it's also got a lot of really good comments. So I feel the same in regards to jail for addicts or most people in general. Once they're on paper, the system makes it nearly impossible for them to get out of the system, leading them to return to drugs. That is true. Do you know when Ryan went to rehab initially and when Mackenzie got together, they generally tell us it's best not to be in any relationship? I did know that. That when you first get out of rehab, it's best just to focus on your sobriety and not get into a relationship. Macy is probably constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, especially when things are not going well. Yes, my last relationship was a narcissistic. This is what they do. I'm so sorry. Do we know if they went out to family reunion or not? Has it been confirmed? Was it Jenna Larry or Ryan? I heard Ryan goes, but Coach B did an interview where she said Ryan and Macy worked together with her and that their co parenting is doing better. So everyone assumed that he went out, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, when Ryan came home from rehab, they gave him a freaking beer. Exactly. And I remember watching it being like, what? He just got home from rehab and you guys are giving him beer? And I get it, like beer is not his drug of choice. However, if you get drunk, then you're more likely to partake in other drugs because you are not in your right frame of mind. So I was mind blown by it. I was like, oh my God, really? Really, peeps? But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna be keeping up with the story. It's the weekend. I mean, most of the time, the judge will not come in and give a bond over the weekend. So I doubt he's gonna get out this weekend. If he does, I'm gonna be working this weekend, so I'll let you guys know. Tomorrow I will be at a basketball game in the morning, so I won't be able to let you guys know at first. But as soon as if it happens and I'm at the basketball game, as soon as I get home, I'll let you guys know. If not, I'm just gonna be keeping up with this. If Mackenzie says anything, I'll let you guys know. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. We just got this channel monetized. Thank you all so much for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, come hang out with us. We'll be doing more live streams on this channel, putting out pre-recorded videos and then streams where we do talk about things like this. So subscribe, leave me your thoughts. Replay crew, make sure you don't forget to leave me your thoughts about this topic. Give the video